Hello there, I'm Boo, and I like drawing, maximizing my hours in all the Pokemon games to find Chinese, and I really love to complain about lore in World of Warcraft. If you're already annoyed by me jumping from one topic to the other, it's not gonna get better. Hello, and welcome back to a new episode on the channel. Oh boy, listen, okay, I can explain. First of all, I discovered that another name of one of my favorite characters is Free on a Ram that I play on. So you probably know the feeling if you're a true alcoholic like me. Who can stop you? Exactly no one except for yourself. Second of all, Anakin and Cujo have already done everything that they needed to do, so I was feeling like leveling another character, and by the way, let me immediately address the situation that is at hand, because yes, this character is named Sasuke, but as some of you might know, I am German, so I've known this character for most of my life, not as Sasuke, but as Sasuke, which is how you pronounce his name in German. I mean, at least that's what the people that dubbed Naruto for us told us he was called. So I actually, just to make sure that I won't F it up for the video, because I know that people on the internet are mean, okay? Especially when it comes to accents and if you pronounce something the wrong way. I watched a very educational video that I will link in the video description of someone who educates you on all the different pronunciations of names and things, especially from animes. And now I can proudly say that I am trying to get used to calling him Sasuke. Yeah, and I'm doing that very professionally, I think. And before we really get into the video, I quickly want to address that it's probably gonna be a little bit all over the place, because I've recorded most of this throughout the week, and now it's the end of the week. It's Saturday actually, and I will probably release this video tomorrow. But today we got pretty devastating news about well, our very close family member who is sadly terminally ill, and we got the news that they are pretty much at the end of the line. So I will probably still be bubbly and happy and funny in the video, because that is also how I cope with bad news. But just so you know that this video is probably not gonna be my absolute masterpiece, and it's probably not gonna be the longest one either. And like I said, it's gonna have me leveling, me trying to get mounts, and also me opening my weekly vaults, and probably gossiping a little bit about the news that have crashed into the World of Warcraft community lately. But apart from that, it's not gonna be super exciting. So if you're here for super exciting, crazy stuff, then this is probably not the video for you. But I wanted to address that pretty quickly before we really get into it, which we are going to do right now. And we're gonna start right off with a level up that I somehow didn't record. It just happened, you didn't miss anything. And yeah, I think we're gonna skill this. I kind of forgot what you skill nowadays as a Windwalker, but I was feeling like playing a Windwalker again, which is funny because I actually wanted to level a Shadow to get back into the Shadow grind and back into the Shadow feeling, but yeah, that didn't happen. We're rocking a Monk now, which is also fine, I think. And I already started my little Monk campaign again. After being kind of outspoken how much I don't like the Monk campaign, I really gotta say it kind of grew on me, and now it's kind of my happy place. I don't really know how that happened. But hey, since both of my monks are pretty much still stuck in season 1, I thought, whatever, let's level another one. We already have a Nightborn monk, we already have a Goblin monk. Let's just do everything. Why not? And as you can see, I went to my happy place of all places, which are the Ghostlands, one of my absolute favorite zones to ever level. I am going to be so sad when they just gloss them over in midnight and make them healthy and beautiful again, because that's how they deal with in-game World of Warcraft trauma lately. Also, please don't dismount me, I didn't buy the item. Oh, okay, looks good. Hell yeah. You don't know how much... Holy hell, what hit me this hard? Jesus! What the... Oh man, scaling in World of Warcraft, honestly, it's such a disgrace. It's no fun at all. Which will lead me right into the next topic that I definitely wanted to talk about, because I've already made a little Twitter post yesterday because I got so annoyed. So, as you know, we have a new Timewalking week. This is the Legion one, and Blizzard already told us that they wanted to increase the damage and healing that you need in Timewalking instances, the health of the bosses, the health of the trash. Like, it's all very much pretty shitty. Also, speaking of shitty, let me pull these guys out, because yesterday I remember I went offline because I just died to these guys because their shadow bolts hit like mother trucker. Like, they're absolute glass cannons, but these guys killed me yesterday because I just waltzed in here like I own the place, which is not the case. Also, this place looked a lot cooler yesterday because for some reason everything was black. Like the red goo. Yeah, exactly red. The green goo was all black, which looked pretty cool. Yeah, Blizzard decided that Timewalking isn't hard enough, and they wanted to be a challenge. Why? No one knows. No one bloody knows why they wanted to do that. I think most of us, I mean, who knows? There are weird people about everything, but I think most of us use Timewalking instances to quickly get a normal or a heroic item, sometimes on their main, but most of the time on the characters that they play the least, and also to level character, which also means that most of the time you're undergeared, you sometimes have no idea what your class is even doing, and you are also underscaled because Blizzard still is so bad at scaling low and high level together in the same environment. It's insane. And yesterday, I'm gonna go on a little tangent here, so please bear with me, but yesterday I got an invite for a Timewalking instance, and we got this stupid Eye of Azara. And Eye of Azara has a few bosses that have mechanics. Now, the thing is that most of the time, if you're doing Timewalking instances in the past, you were able to ignore mechanics. Now you cannot, because unless, and hear me out, unless you have someone in your group that is either level 11 and completely busted scale-wise, or level 70 or 80 and very highly geared, you're in a world of pain, at least for the Legion week. I don't know what they did, because last week in Draenor it was kind of okay, but this week, for this expansion, for the Legion expansion, it's abysmal. We wiped 4 times on the third boss in the Eye of Azara, which is the Hydra, which involves a lot of interrupting and a lot of stunning. And let me tell you, people don't know how to do either of these things. Our tank didn't know that they have to tank the Hydra when she respawns at a different place. No one understood that you need to interrupt different heads because it's a Hydra. And I am so sorry for my little random group. But I left that group, and I usually don't believe in leaving groups, but I was so frustrated. I was just talking to my wife on Discord, we were just chilling, and I was continuously distracted by that horrible run because everything went wrong that can go wrong. And I just didn't very much like that. I don't think that content like the Timewalking instances are a place for scaling like that. And I sincerely hope that they will once again walk back on that change, because in case you don't know, they did this change before. They keep on trying to make this change every now and then. I don't know who of the devs is obsessed with wanting to make Timewalking instances like a, in quotation marks, hard place of content. But someone is, because they come up with this idea every now and then, and everyone complains because it pretty much sucks, and then they walk back on it. And I really hope that that will happen again. Also, I wanted to see, is this... okay, the Emperor's Capacitator is just a buff that will not go away, so I can take this into a next combat, for example. Yeah, there are a few things I have to learn anew about Monk, because the last time around I played them, you didn't play with like this talent with the Crackling Jade Lightning. At least I didn't. Maybe the big boys already did, but I certainly did not. I was a big fan of, the Strike of the Windlord, which is a pretty cool talent. And it also has a pretty cool talent tree that you can play with the Celestial Hero talent, which is like the Slicing Winds, which looks pretty cool. The only thing I don't like about it is that it replaces your Flying Serpent kick, which I'm a big fan of. I love my Flying Serpent kick. especially in instances. I use it pretty much all the time. But I think I will try out both hero talents and just see what I vibe with more. I think I can already tell you for free that I vibe more with the Shadow Pan talent, and not only because it's passive, but I just think it's cool to be a Shadow Pan. I think that is exactly what I want from my monk experiences. I'm really hyped and hopeful that I still can finish my mythic set on the monk, because I haven't bothered to finish this at all, because as you probably know, because you watch my videos, I haven't really played any of my monks, but the mythic set is pretty dope and I would be probably very sad if I miss out on that. But given the fact how quickly you can currently gear your character, which is great, feels amazing. Man, I really hope that maybe they will take care of the stupid crest maximum next season a little bit earlier than this season, because in case you're like, you can equip your character so fast now. Yeah, and that's fun, honestly, especially for someone like me who likes to main something else every other month. And also keep in mind that that's also because, wait, isn't this hitting AoE? Yeah, it is, but it's a stupid AoE. And also, ow, speaking of stupid, I think I should interrupt these guys more, but I'm lazy. I forgot what my point was. Sorry. Like I've already said, that's why I did that little intro. I'm probably gonna be a little bit more all over the place than usual. I really, like, ever since our family member got sick, my videos have also been a way of me to cope with all the stress, and I usually don't really let them affect my videos because that's not really the point of them. But since the news are pretty fresh and pretty heavy, I will probably be a little bit more all over the place than usual, but I think you guys are gonna be okay with that. And like I said, if you're not, then this is not gonna be the video. If you're already annoyed by me jumping from one topic to the other, it's not gonna get better. And I think as soon as we're done with this little questing experience, which we will be soon, because we get a bunch of more... Wait, come here, cutie pie. Oh, I just wasted my stacks now on him, didn't I? Oh no, and we have one of these. Wait, I can just use my cooldowns maybe. And I think, oh my god, okay, that... No... Okay, I interrupted him. Because thanks to the heavy experience buff, I think we should be soon-ish on level 70, and oh god, please don't fear me through the map and let me fall down there. That happened so many times lately, it's not even funny. Like, I've been falling through the map on pretty much all the characters that have any sort of movement speed that makes you teleport-ish, kinda. For example, I hovered underneath Skolomans during a Mystic Pandaria dungeon, and that was no fun because I couldn't log into my character and I had to get them unstuck, and then not even 30 minutes later the same happened on my rogue. So that was fun. Okay, wait. I want to see this AoE thing in action. Wow, okay, that's pretty cool. I mean, nothing lives long enough for me to really appreciate that cast animation, but also... Oh my god, can I stop aggroing everything? Okay, we're level 66, which is pretty neat. I also really love that I got myself the glyph for Jab, which you can either pick up while you're leveling in your order hall, or you later have to buy it. But you add it to your Tiger Palm, and then you hit the enemy with your main weapon, which apparently is still bugged on like two-handed weapons. But if you're like me, are wearing two one-handers, which I'm also getting quite a fan of, and then you're doing this amazing little hit with your weapon, which looks especially cool if you're wearing little fans like I am. So I can only recommend this if you've never tried it out. But we also need to skill something. What do you want to skill? Oh, that sounds crazy. Your heightened reflexes allow you to react swiftly to the presence of enemies, causing you to directly lunge to the nearest enemy in front of you within 10 yards after you roll. That sounds funny and sounds like something that would definitely get you kicked off of a group in M+. Okay, what is this? Ah, the Fatal Touch. Yes, yes, yes. This is amazing, by the way, if you're playing M+ and you have the affix that spawns like a little mini Xalatath. because you can touch her right from the get-go, with consent, obviously. And you get a damage buff, everyone gets the affix, you get invited to groups because you're a monk who skilled that, so, you know, win-win for everyone, except for Salatath, but honestly, who's sad about that one? And yeah, I think that's all the topics for now. I think a little break is in order and I can show you my lack of mount drops, or maybe a mount drop, who knows, and my weekly vaults. Alrighty, we have a few vaults, for example with our hunter and our demon hunter, and I think that's it, but let me still call them a few vaults. Although I'm pretty sure that I effed up with my hunter. I kind of thought that I now have 2 slots available from Mythic Plus, but I think, yeah, oh no. I mean, to be fair, I think that this is a good neck. Not that it matters anymore because it's the end of the season, but I kind of wanted to get 2 slots. Just, you know, to increase my chances to still get a few items that I can turn into Transmog and stuff, but I think I only did 3 dungeons and not 4. Ah man, but good that I just did another 2, but not you know, the 3 to make it 4. Well, it happens to the best of them, and to me. And now we have a mythic neck, which is also fine. Okie dokie. Anytime. Let's see if we're lucky with cool stuff. I think I want hands. Ah! Look at that! And we get hands! Hell yeah! Those are actually my best hands. Isn't that neat? Okay, cool. Wow, you know, end of season always has this kind of bliss of just getting you exactly what you want. That never happens at the start of a season, by the way, don't even try. We also have a neat ring, but we're gonna skip that obviously. And we also have a cool trinket that absolutely no one ever uses, so we're also gonna skip that. We have some raid finder hands that I even have the appearance for, because I realized that I can just turn account bound gear on my level 70 Demon Hunter, very importantly 70, into the LFR versions. But we're gonna, without hesitation, grab these hands, because that means that I can finally put on my hero hat. And in case you're wondering, wow Boo, why are you still trying so hard to equip your Demon Hunter? It's this late into the season. Because I want to get my 8 masks runs done in the visions, because I've been super lazy and I just didn't do that. And even though I think that it's probably also very doable with my Hunter, and now there's probably gonna be smart people in the comments being like, Boo, you can easily do it with all classes. Yeah, but you know, not all classes are equal in solo content like that, and Demon Hunter is one of those classes that can do solo content pretty well, because, well, you're constantly in a demon form. That is very powerful. Mount. No. Jellyfish time. There's not a jellyfish. Silly. Oh boys, we have new stuff on the Timewalking vendor. And I think that's also why I couldn't find this cool Nightforge Spellblade last time. Oh my god. I mean, it's kind of weird, because are we holding it on something? Are we holding air, right? I think we're holding air. There's nothing in the middle. But do we care? Do we care? I mean, we care because we only have 170 time warp badges, but that can be changed. That should be changed. Man, these are so cool. I think we also have something super exciting. We have Sylvana's bow from Legion, which is amazing. I am kind of excited to see if we maybe finally also get a cool bow with cool ammunition, because Blizzard is really bad with stuff like that. I think the rest is all the stuff that we already had. I don't know if this is new, if this two-hand sword is new, but it might be. We also have this amazing shield. Okay, some stuff like this. Oh, Oh, wait. I mean, this is a recolor of, I think, the account-bound weapon that you were able to archaeology your way to in Legion. I have that thing. Pretty sure. Oh, and a staff. Yeah, I found a staff like that in Dragonflight. It's red, I think. It drops from one of the rare mob center dresses. It's pretty cool staff. And, okay, and the same sword as a one-hand, and yeah, of course, a cheese on the back. Okay. And the rest is just the stuff that you can also just drop from the instances, by the way. Like, don't waste your time or badges on this stuff, because you can just get this in the dungeons. So, yeah. Okay. Cool stuff. Also, by the way, I just realized I was wrong about this set. I said that this set is just the same color as another set from Legion. It's not. It's very similar because it's also green, but it's a different one. Always wanted to point that right. Also, I'm definitely gonna get myself some time or badges now so I can buy this and create a little outfit with that. May I be nitpicky for just a second longer? So we still have these tattooed on feet with the super cool new Demon Hunter recolor set from the anniversary. And the anniversary feet, by the way, have the same freaking problem. And I don't know why we keep doing this, especially for a class that notoriously often has their little toesy boesies out. So, you know, it would be really cool if they could just, you know, fix this and put our real footsies in here. How about it? I want to see my floor grippers, okay? Oh yeah, maybe at some point I should actually spend some of these Hellstone shards. I bought the Demon Hunter set so far. I think I bought the Hunter set and simply never wore it. Yeah. And I think that was that so far. I am so sad that they effed up the coloration of like this set, because I would love to have like an actual Blood Knight set, but this is not the right color, honey boo. Like this is horrible. This is so bad. Like, what kind of pink horror show is this, man? Whoever colors stuff for sets and weapons in World of Warcraft, I don't know. They need to get their eyes checked. It's almost like they want to make sure that you cannot fit anything new with older sets. It's insane. I mean, obviously the set is a 10 out of 10, amazing, except for the feet. I mean, pretty much all of these recolors are pretty amazing. Probably also just because we've stared at the OGs for so long that just everything different looks so cool. I also really like the Druid version. One thing that I think is so sad is that, you know, as soon as you wear the robe, you have like these cool things at the side that they're obsessed with now. They figured out how to do them, and now you just have them on every single pair of pants. But if you wear the pants, they don't have them. And it was the case for the OG anniversary sets, because the same thing happens with the mage set, and they just never address that, because that's Blizzard and that's just how they roll. Literally. Speaking of rolling, I mean, it's kind of sad that apart from the Demon Hunter, all the classes that I like to play, which are Hunter, Evoker, and where are they? Priest. All these recolors are just so boring to me. I don't know, couldn't they just make this violet? This recolor is also amazing, but I don't ever play Rogue. I play Rogue and then I realize again that I don't have any fun playing Rogue, so yeah. Let me guess, this is also the same for... Yeah, of course. Ah, man, Blizzard, just... I mean, they could also just add, like, these things to the girdle, so you just have them... Yeah, of course they didn't. Oh, whatever. You know what? Whatever. Yeah, look at all these gorgeous class sets that I'm not wearing because I'm not playing the classes. So I think I can just buy whatever I want and spend some of these hell shards, and they're all gone again. Did I already buy? I didn't even buy the Evoker one. I mean, to be fair, I'm not big on the Alexstrasza colors, but that's a me problem. I know that. Other people do not have that problem. I'm very well aware of that. And the Shaman set is also so cool. This almost made me just rethink my opinion about me playing Shaman. But the thing is, I don't like playing Shaman in the current version of WoW. I don't know. I've tried it again and again. I love Enhancer usually, but it's just like, how many buttons can one class have? Like, honestly. Yo! Look at that! This is the kind of weird green goo that I was talking about. Alright, maybe I should also get myself finally some bags. But I've been so moody with what I want to level that I didn't really dare to buy him anything. And yes, I quested with pretty much no inventory. It wasn't even that bad. I thought it would be much, much worse. But I also have a yak, so there's that. Anyway, let's buy him some bags. Bro, this stuff is expensive. What the hell? Speaking of bag space, you want to hear one crazy thing of WoW lore that no one really cares about? Allied races, which Nightborn are part of, used to have 4 large red sacks as their bags when you create them. And then people complained about that, so Blizzard minimized them down to 1. You used to have 4 of these extremely bad boys, because, I mean, in Wrath of the Lich King we already bought our Alts Netherweave bags, which I think have 12 or even 14 bag spaces, but yeah, this really broke the camel's back. That there were characters that just spawned with 40 slots, okay? Can you imagine? I still remember that. That was so weird. Let's quickly ask the Skull if we're gonna get midnight tonight. This guy said yes. Either this guy was lying, or it's just not on any. Also, don't forget to do your Undermine dailies this week and the next, because we have the increased reputation buff again, which means for all of us lazy bums that haven't finished, well, the reputation grind and Undermine, can do this the coming weeks. Also, wait, what do I have to do? Oh, I have to get painted. Let's do that. Nah. Look at us, being a sexy goblin lady. Wow. Also, I wanted to try out if this reputation buff also works for the Black Fuse company, because I have no idea. If it does, good news for me, because I also haven't really started that grind. But I kind of think it probably doesn't. Also, man, I love Undermine and I love its music, but oh god, I can't wait for this stupid drive to be gone. I hate this riding mechanic so much. Like, it's laggy as it is already in Undermine, but it's even more laggy if you're already... Oh my god, and people are still grinding here, huh? I thought Blizzard nerfed this. I guess you're wondering, why are people even here and like doing this? Whatever this is. This is apparently currently the fastest way to get the reputation thingies for the Black Fuse company. I haven't participated because I would just do it the old-fashioned way, very slowly. Because I'm better. No, I don't know. Either I'm too old for stuff like that, or I just don't care anymore. I have no idea. But let's get out of here so these people don't get mad at us. And oh my god, I hate this riding mechanic so much. Like, it's such a pity. I love Undermine, but this stupid car. Like, I don't know, maybe you're not playing on a very, very full server like I am, but I am pretty much playing on all the full servers, at least on all the full German servers, and Undermine on a Wednesday, you can pretty much forget it. Like, I don't know if it will show up in the recording, but this is laggy, my guy. Oh my god. This is so laggy. It's no fun. By the way, if you're the guy that pulls all the cooldowns when there's a rare mob that is actually rare, don't be that guy. Don't do that. Alrighty, cutie pies. We made it to level 80, and this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience of seeing me completely unmogged on a character, because I'm not gonna spend 700-ish gold just for me to get rid of half of this once I'm done with my first delve and all the fun stuff that you can do as soon as you hit level 80. So enjoy! Yeah, this looks horrendous. Can you believe that there are some people that think that mogging is the worst thing that ever happened to World of Warcraft? Insanity, right? It's kind of crazy that people will always find something to be angry about, and you're just thinking like, how can you be angry about that? Anyway, I really hope that you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please consider leaving a like or a comment. It helps and I appreciate it so much. And also, if you haven't subscribed yet, maybe consider doing that as well. And I once again kind of apologize that this episode is definitely not like crazily exciting, and I also didn't put in many mount runs. Spoiler alert, I didn't get anything this week. Maybe Sasuke is gonna be lucky because I'm definitely gonna do all the mount runs with him as well. If I get lucky, I will definitely update you on Twitter and in the community tab on YouTube. But I wouldn't hold my breath. Honestly, this week just feels kind of shitty and unlucky in general, so why would it be anything less than World of Warcraft? But as always, I still want to say goodbye with a happy little smile, because you guys also make me very much happy every single time I upload a video for you. So yeah, take care, stay safe, and can't wait to see you next weekend. Bye bye.